Okay, before we're going to start this, we are still preparing. First of all, we are the first group, and we're going to discuss, like briefly lang, about this dental unit plan. So we're preparing PowerPoint presentation. What we're going to base it on our MS Word output. Well, actually, this dental unit plan is not very familiar in us, right? Nakadot na ba mo? Lapan, because we are really familiar with the DepEd lesson plan and with our institution na learning plan. And also the one that Ms. Ethel has introduced us. And by the way, I will be the one to discuss here in front so that we can discuss it smoothly. Since my group has already prepared this, everything here, although not everything since ako maning part of that, but they tasked me to discuss this. So first, I'm going to give you an overview of what we're going to discuss. So first, we have how the dental unit plan differs from other unit plan that you have. For example, katong DepEd, itong Banghay sa Filipino, so on and so forth, the syllables. Also, we have also here the content of the dental unit plan, because the content here is very different from the learning plan that Atuang Naandan. Well, it is somewhat the same, but it's kaya structure is somewhat different. And siguro makalimutan ako since you are not really familiar with this. Okay, what's the ROC is all about? Okay, thank you. And next is what is the dental unit plan? Why should we use the dental teach unit plan? Or even na ay dental unit plan kasi nga po niyo. So the name itself, dental unit plan, so kasi nga buhat. Ang dental. Hindi naman dental nga police. And the back, nakadong mo na laptop, like mga technology provider, mga laptop, the mga computers, mga operating system, we have this, what we call the dental. mga processors, basta related siya sa technology. And by the name itself, na-base siya sa technology, na-base siya sa technology, meaning that this learning plan was proposed originally to integrate technology on your teaching. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, ako na lang para Now, what is an Intel unit plan? So again, an Intel unit plan, or also known as the Intel Teach plan, is because this program is originally called the Intel Teach program, which is specifically built by Intel in order to help the teachers to make a plan, a learning plan, like a unit plan for the whole unit. So unit, when I say unit, is it like specific topic here? Unit. For example, siya sa kanang lesson 1, lesson 2, is it like specific topic na ba siya? No, of course. It's not specific. When we talk about unit, of course, it comprises of different topics. But there is this main topic or main, main topic as well. Now, this learning plan, this one, para makalala?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's differentiate running a plan on the head learning plan on Banghay Aralin sa Filipino. I don't think it's measured Banghay. And also the syllabus. Based on its purpose, it guides teachers in integrating technology. Well, ang kanino ba learning plan, we can integrate technology with them actually. However, Intel Teach plan or unit plan is specifically designed na aral mo ibutang tungkol sa mga technological tools na yung gamiton. For example, we have here our example of this one. Dere. Ano siya ang learning plan? Di ba kabantay mo? Gibutang dere, specify dere kung sa mga technology hardware ang gamiton. And this is, gibutang siya sa kaning checkboxes if unsa siya nga mga devices. Or, if mo gamit ang technology softwares, this one. But you can also change this mga softwares. If mo gamit mo ka ng Kahoot, for example, pwede mo ibutang dere, hindi mo na yung checkan. Or pwede na bigay others. Let's say, also, kayo mga printed materials, since, di ba naman mga conventional and non-conventional types of technology, and non-conventional types are those that mga printed materials. Now, how about its scope? Now, its scope is it's basically unit-based from the name itself, Intel unit plan. Intel Teach unit plan, it is unit-based, meaning here, for example, we have here our main unit title. What is real and fake? This is just an example now. But it doesn't mean that when you make an Intel unit plan, you're not going to anchor it on the curriculum guide. Since, for example, kanina ka sa DepEd, of course, you're going to anchor it gihapon sa curriculum guide. However, you must see to it that ang imong top na gamiton is broad siya, o ariran mo siya buakon sa kanila plan. Nari, let's discuss on this one. We have here the first and the last name, you as a teacher. So, group pa namin butaners because we're group 1 man. Now, school district. So, I don't know, but there is a now, our schools here are divided into different districts. And this is very evident, especially not to sa gawas, kailangan mag-district dito. For example, arito sa Kanamuan, Japan. Japan, kailangan maganaman Japan. So, sa Japan, may like a district, may a city. Like, for example, we have the Yokohama district, for example, ang mga district, so may butan dali. But na rin sa Philippines is, mostly ng district na rin numerical bitaw. District 1, District 2, ano siya mga district. Mukha rin natin ito ng bitawag na District 8, kaya rin sa mga actives. But that is too far from our topic now. So school name, what is your school? Asa ka nga school na site. Next is the school statistic. So, very understandable. Asa ka city na belong ang inyong mga. Now, unit overview. We have here, kanin. Ang kanina sa black, mawala siya ang kanang mga meaning bitaw na pangaling lettering. So when we say unit title, this is like, as I have said, it is a broad topic. It is composed with different topics already. Meaning, kanin sa real or fake, it can be considered specific naman, no? But we're gonna find out anong one ang mag-gamit today. So, unit summary. So, first, before you're going to discuss what is the summary, you're going to have what is your topic all about. Can you give this distinguishing facts and opinions, products of reality, issue. And this, ang kanin siya, this one, kanyang i-highlight, mo siya ang summary. When you say summary, di ba kano na siya kanang di-summarize na? So, dapat, in summarizing, it must not exceed 2-3 paragraphs. Since summary naman siya, kung saan siya all about. For more siya yung way back, para bitaw mas dali mabasahan, dali masabtan sa kanang, for example, sa kanang mo observing mo or ikaw sa teacher, kung sa may tabok sa mga class or different weeks. So next is we have the key activities. So what kinds of activities? For summary sa mga activities na imuhang i-provide sa mga students within different weeks. Next is the student products. What are the products? Like what are the projects? Ngayon may panghatag mga performances. Ngayon may hatag sa imuhang mga students. And also the student role. Of course, we have the survey analyst and indicator. It depends on you as a teacher on how are you going to handle your class or what you want your students to do in your class. And we have here the essential core roles of a teacher plus facilitator, since we are now dealing with a teacher-centered, learner-centered. So we're just going to facilitate the learning of our students. Next, we have here the subject area, which is of course English, since we are English major. But if really so English. Next is a grade level, grade 7. So as I have said, that you must also anchor it to the curriculum guide. So ang kanin siya nga topics, real and fake, is makita siya sa grade 7 na level. But I don't know if ato ka sa gawas, I don't think if nasa mga some kind of curriculum guide, but maybe if there is, it's somewhat different sa ato and yeah, it's different sa ato ang curriculum guide here. And approximate time needed, this is like ang one specific na time na mo need. For example, 60 minutes per day. But however, in the public school today, in that end, they only have 45 minutes to discuss since they are already in a matatag curriculum, di ba? But if 60 minutes, ang inuwag na lang i-allocate, or more than 60 minutes ka mag-discuss ani, o siya, 60 minutes per day within 5 weeks. Let's say, natas-tas, kini nga topic si financial reality, hindi kasabot ang bata. So, man siya, maro siya 5 weeks. Well, the weeks here will depend on how are you going to discuss or when nani mo i-discuss sa bata or pasabot ba. Now, we have the content standard, of course, we have here the learner demonstrates understanding on sa mga content, the performance standard, and also the learning role. And I know that we're already aware, ay mga taon sa sila. Next is we have the student objectives. Now, in this objective, it is not like the same with the objectives and the depth or any lesson plans that ato na andan. And in objectives here, we're not going to follow the what you call this, the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. You can put here different objectives depending on your topic or depending on what are you going to do with your class or what you want your class are going to do within that week. Next is the curriculum framing questions. So, one is the mga questions ang imong i-prepare that are need to be answered by the end of the unit. For example, kani essential questions. Wag mo na siya ang pinaka-specific. How do we determine what is real and what is not information we encounter? Unit question is medyo specific. I can be more general ang content at normally. Pero, ang content question ay more specific. Ang general kayo sa essential question. Sorry for misinformation. And we also have here the assessment plan. And assessment plan, we have here the assessment timeline. When we say timeline, it is how your discussion would run during that period of 60 minutes. So, for example, mag-brainstorming ka before the project work begin, mag-brainstorming ba, or you're gonna have an interactive quiz. Well, it's depending on you. And mostly, actually, this is just a screenshot. One siya ang nasa ko, that one is not black one. But in most cases, in writing this end-of unit plan, it must be in this format kanisiya, may anana ba, line. When you make an assessment timeline. And we have here the assessment summary. When we have the content summary, we also have this assessment summary. Why are everyone on phones now? Okay. When we say assessment summary, it is the summary of assessment. What kinds of assessment you are going to conduct, what you're going to give, and what kinds of performance nga mo ingatan sa mga students. And also we have here the prerequisite skills, mga skills that your students must have before we discuss. For example, critical thinking skills, analytical skills, and so on. And instructional procedure, since I've said earlier that this plan is somewhat specific, broad siya ba? Then na siya mga specific na mga topic. Then I already may bottom, si week 1 na sa inyong pabuhan din, si week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So it depends on how many weeks we're going to discuss with you. Nga kanang imong ingatan, kanina topic. And also we have here the accommodation for differentiated instruction because knowing that we follow the inclusivity man, of course, any school would accept any student who have some difficulties, who have kanang mga unsa pa natin nabayad ka ng mga bunyi, mga amount. Yeah, we need to dawato na sila since invisible. So kaya ibutan nato sila sa mga kanang buhaton if na kay mga student. So we have here the resource students, non-native English speakers. For example, ang mga student mga foreigners, and also mga gifted students na para sa mga amang. Yes, mga special child. And technology hardware. So I have already discussed this one. And also the supplies. So you need to be specific on what kind of supplies are you going to need in here. And also the internet resources. So not necessarily that you are going to format it in the APA and MLA format, but you can also use that just for formality money. But mostly internet resources and digital. But much better if functional APA siya. And also the other resources, mga slides and library, nasa kamukod books and all. So references. So just a quick one lang ha. So why use mental teaching? It promotes technology integration and learning, as I have said earlier. Also, it requires student engagement through real-world application. It would help us teachers to integrate real world in our teaching is because it would somehow specify sa mga activities na ito ang itong gamit. It's more like taas ko lang siya na type sa lesson plan. Also, it supports differentiated instruction, and lastly, it enhances each organization by providing a clear lesson structure. Since detailed man siya pagkasuwat, no? So when to use Intel unit plan? So, assessment tools, unit planning, of course, the technology integration, 21st century skills, the project-based learning, and also differentiated instruction as well. So that's all I have discussed already. Thank you. And do you have any questions about Intel unit plan? No.